Hi, today I want to tell you about an amazing documentary that was inspired by a one-woman play starring Kathleen Turner 6 years ago in LA about an infamous Texan. It was called Red Hot Patriot, the kick-ass wit of Molly Ivins. Director Janice Engel was in the audience and she was knocked out by who Molly Ivins was, how she spoke, and who she so brilliantly skewered as a political writer.
All right, I have come to cheer y'all up about the state of politics in this great nation. I know you think that it is looking dark and gloomy. Cheer up, it could always be worse. You could be living in Texas.
This documentary is what the director was inspired to create from that play. Raise Hell, The Life and Times of Molly Ivins is a timely documentary. Politics being at the forefront of the news, Molly's observations are surprisingly relevant even after her untimely death in 2007.
I bring to you our own Molly Ivins.
Molly Ivins appeared in papers all over the country.
How many legendary print journalists are there?
I'm a Texan. I drive a pickup truck. I drink beer. I hunt. I'm a liberal. So what?
The movie explores Molly's deep distrust of patriarchal authority and a need to stand up for the underdog. As her friend Kay Northcott says in the film, Molly hated anyone who would basically kick a cripple.
Molly came in like a house afire, making riotous fun of the legislature.
Representative so-and-so has the IQ of an adolescent pissant. I see him in the Capitol the next day and they say, baby, you put my name in your paper.
I accidentally became an authority on George W. Bush. Like the guy who climbed Everest, it was there.
I love the pacing and intimacy the director managed to give us as we learned that Molly believed that the Bill of Rights was in peril. She said, polarizing people is a good way to win an election and a good way to wreck a country. Molly's words have proven prophetic.
The people who Molly took apart were the right people to aim at, and they knew it.
What's your take on Newt?
The draft-dodging, dope-smoking, deadbeat dad who divorced his dying wife.
Even though Molly was upfront about being a liberal, she hit the Democrats with her intelligent, scathing wit as well.
Molly could be very rough on progressives.
In my opinion, the Democratic leadership is gutless to an extraordinary extent. I had been asked to join the New York Times.
They wanted Molly for the unique voice, the iconoclast, but they wanted her to fit into the times. As we say in Texas, that dog don't hunt.
Damn, it's good to be back home again.
This film does a great job of telling the story of this media firebrand, Molly Ivins. She was 6 feet of Texas trouble who took on the good old boy corruption wherever she found it. Her razor-sharp wit left both sides of the aisle laughing and craving ink in her columns. It also made her a target to many who disagreed with what she wrote from her home in Texas.
One can make a difference in Texas. What the hell they need with one more liberal in Berkeley, California, for God's sake?
Texas has always been the national laboratory for bad government.
Major daily publications were buying her column and not running it.
You bet there's censorship. Anytime you do the kind of work Molly did, there's a price to pay for it.
Molly got death threats, threatening letters.
I think of you as a hateful, lying left liberal.
Through archived interviews of Molly and new interviews with the people in her life, we get a complete and entertaining portrait of this Texas treasure. We also get a special screening of the film only in the state of Texas at the end of August. The rest of the country will just have to wait till the middle of September to enjoy this documentary.
We keep pretending that the political spectrum runs from right to left. It doesn't. It runs from top to bottom. It's not those people in Washington. It's not those people in your state capital. This country is run by us.
Somebody has got to look them in the eye and speak truth, and she did.